The past perfect subjunctive in Spanish is the final mood in the language, used to describe hypothetical situations in the past. It expresses actions that had happened before another past action, but is seen through doubt, emotion, wishes, or any other possibility that is uncertain. Just like the present perfect, this mood is also compound, meaning that it's formed from an auxiliary verb haber, to have, and a past participle. In English, expressions in the mood often translate to had plus a past participle, would have had done, might have done. As always, previous Spanish videos thoroughly explain the purpose of the subjunctive, but in this mood, we only conjugate haber and form a past participle. To form sentences in this mood, take haber and conjugate it in the imperfect subjunctive, so it's a supporting verb that is irregular. Hubiera, hubieras, hubiera, hubiéramos, hubierais, hubieran. Once again, such conjugations are irregular and require a past participle. Additionally, such endings in this mood are more commonly spoken because we're considering the imperfect subjunctive, which can use literary and formal endings. Hubiese, hubieses, hubiese, hubiésemos, hubieseis, hubiesen. The two types of endings are correct, but native speakers use the first form a lot more. So, this is how we conjugate verbs in the past perfect subjunctive, and now we can see when to use it. Just like other forms in the subjunctive, this mood follows the main clause plus que plus the past perfect subjunctive. The first use of the mood is emotion. Me alegró que hubieras venido. Era triste que hubieran perdido. Another use is doubt. No creía que él hubiera mentido. Dudaba que hubieras estudiado. Another use is ojalá, which is a common trigger in any subjunctive, showing regret and impossible past wishes. Ojalá hubieras venido. Ojalá hubiéramos ganado. Aside from common triggers, the most important use of this mood is hypothetical situations in the past, which are formed with a C clause. This is a topic that I thoroughly explained in the conditional video, because there I briefly mentioned the past perfect subjunctive. Here, we'll see how the mood works with this concept. The formula follows a clause in the past perfect subjunctive, making a conditional perfect result. The C clause is subjunctive because it's hypothetical, expressing uncertainty and possibility. Some examples are: Si hubieras estudiado, habrías aprobado. Si hubiera tenido dinero, habría viajado. At the same time, the mood is commonly seen in reported speech in the past, emphasizing that a past action was already completed before another past action. This is frequent when the original statement was already completed, like saying, Ella dijo que él hubiera salido temprano. This type of statement is less common alone, but considering this mood, it's more natural to say, negó que hubiera salido temprano, which makes a contradiction. The last thing to note about this mood is that there are no new irregularities, because the only ones come from the conjugations of haber and irregular past participles. Still, the mood has an advanced nuance, which often carries emotional distance, regret, unreality, and hindsight. These types of ideas are very common in Spanish literature, storytelling, and reflective speech. When looking at the unreal past conditional, the most common structure in this mood is a C clause, and it's more commonly read than spoken. By mastering this pattern, we understand that the mood is the hypothetical version of had done, which explains why it's easily found in storytelling, but not that much in everyday conversations. Overall, this is how all subjunctives are formed and used in Spanish, and this is what I've shown across all final Spanish videos. By looking at this chart, you can see a quick summary that shows the uses of the mood. In the upcoming conclusive videos, we'll see the final steps that you need to fully master Spanish as a language, including dialectal elements, slang in the Spanish-speaking world, and 100 phrases that are useful to know in Spanish. This way, the entirety of Spanish grammar will finally be finished, with the most accurate guide and multiple documents that can help you even more.